Hey guys, I am here in my kitchen and I decided I have about an hour to kill, and I decided to do kind of impromptu organizing and decluttering in our kitchen in two different places. It's not completely impromptu because I knew I was going to be tackling these eventually, but I just have the urge to do it now because these are two places we access every day that are out of control. I have organized and decluttered them before, but it never just stays organized. So I'm gonna try a couple different things this time to get them organized. One is this cabinet up here and the other is our junk drawer. So let me first show you the befores. So the first one is this cabinet that is next to our fridge. It's got my Sunday basket, which I have videos about, that's overflowing that I haven't been staying on top of. It's got a charging spot for a Kindle. It's got a place where I put stuff I need to return, and then it's got this basket with like stuff my girls can do, like little popsicle sticks they can pull out for ideas of things to do, as well as the reward jars. I will link to where I talk about those. But inside this cabinet, I try, guys, I really try. Some of it is organized. Like if you just look at this top half, it's not so bad, but this spot gets overflowing with stuff. We've got our daughter's like Dave Ramsey savings, spending and giving, piggy bank, hand sanitizer. This is a thing for our cat to shake so he doesn't go on the furniture. Headphones, magnets, cookbooks, Kindles that don't work anymore. This is where I keep all of our girls' artwork, and I go through it once it's full, so that's still working. Here's candy. A bin we use every single morning for our girls. It's got all their vitamins, hair supplies and stuff so I can do their hair. My supplements that I rarely access, my husband's, and that was like a daycare thing I used to keep water bottles in, and those were the bins that they would put their like food that they didn't finish at meals and stuff, but I don't think I really need that anymore. And at the very top we keep our medicine so that our kids aren't getting into it. But I think I can use a much better system here, and hopefully it'll look a lot better when I'm done. The other spot is this junk drawer. You guys, it's out of control. You can see it had a system. It kind of was working, but my husband's not always the best at putting things back where they go. And I just kind of, you know, as you accumulate more things, like we bought more hand sanitizer than we ever had in here, and tape and charging things that weren't in here when I first organized it. It just kind of gets out of control. So I'm going to try a different system in here as well, and hopefully that will work too. So I picked up a couple different products at Target to try and use. They were really out of these small drawer units, so this is all I could find. So I have 4 of these different Sterilite units because I'm also going to use them in our linen closet hopefully soon. And then I got these drawer organizers. They're more for like silverware and stuff, but I'm hoping I will use these in the junk drawer. I got 2 different kinds. I'm hoping I can fit 2, but I'm not quite sure if 2 will fit, but I can always use the blue dividers I had as well. So that's what I'm going to try to use for this project. I don't know if these will fit in my cabinet. I'm really hoping, because I think that'll be a much easier solution. The junk drawer feels like a much easier thing to tackle and quicker to finish, so I'm going to start with that just to get my momentum going. So I'm just going to start by emptying the whole thing out and wiping it down. Like some of this stuff doesn't even belong in here. I love my husband, but he's not the best at putting things back where they go. Okay, so it's wiped out. Now I can see if these will fit. I don't think 2 will fit, unfortunately. I would just cut this one, but I don't think that'll work either. Let me just... No. Okay. I think I'm gonna try that. Okay, it's not the best setup, and I think I need to get something to actually keep these in place better, but for now this should work. So what I'm going to do now is just go through all of the junk and kind of put it in different areas where it will fit. If that makes sense. these highlighters and colored pens actually go in my office space, so in the living room, so I'm gonna make sure they get moved over there. So I've got pens, pencils, and these are like Sharpies and specialty, you know, dry erase stuff and whatnot. Our older daughter loves to get into the tape and use it all up, but so we were keeping it in a different cabinet. I'm gonna try keeping it in the very back, but this may get moved. Because we do access that a lot. How do we have so many chapsticks? Okay, I do like to have my camera stuff in here. So I'm trying to figure out like where, actually I think this would be a good spot for it. Okay, my husband's headphones, like right there. We have all these like extra camera accessories that we don't access a lot. I think those are gonna go in the other cabinet because they're kind of big, and like tripods and stuff that end up making it really hard to close this drawer. So unless I can find a good spot for them, I don't think I'm gonna keep them in here. Okay, so here's everything. Here's the bigger unit, and then these are the smaller units, but I don't think they're gonna move around very much, which is good. So in here, I just kept like, I don't know, toiletries, I guess you could say, like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. This is like a nail kit. We've got our like baby nail scissors, kid nail file, lotion for our hands. I often keep ponytails down here, especially like when my girls are eating, if their hair is down, we usually put it up. I have a nail file, a nail brush, some more lotion, and just safety pins. Headphones. Here's all like permanent markers and highlighters, dry erase markers. These are all pencils. These are all pens. Headphones with some room to add more things here. These are all just like office supplies. We've got a calculator. This is a really awesome thing to black out your mail, like if it's confidential, so you don't have to shred it. You can just draw over it with this. And these are the cartridges to refill it. I've got a whiteout strip thing and a stapler. Here's all our camera supplies I use all the time, like batteries and chargers and a ring light for my phone. These are all notepads we use often, a tape measure, some frog tape, regular just scotch tape, hand sanitizer, and chapstick. I've got glasses cleaner and you know, rag over here, and then these are just like random chargers and power banks. But oh my gosh, that's so much better, and hopefully we can keep this up. Okay, now for this cabinet, I'm gonna do the same thing. Just take everything out, scrub it down quick, and then figure out a better solution. I am so overjoyed that these will fit in here and the door can still close. I'm probably going to use at least 2 for various things so that this is not getting overstuffed again. I just want to make sure I can actually open these. Okay. And then I want to still be able to fit this thing, but I don't. Yes. Okay, so I'm first going to go through this and get rid of like all the different stuff we don't need in here anymore. So basically, whenever my girls make any kind of artwork, sometimes I will just recycle it, and sometimes, like if they're around, I'll just put it in here so they feel like I'm holding on to it, but they know that I go through this and recycle. Sometimes I have my older daughter, who's 5, go through it with me and only pick like a small amount, because I have a bin that I keep for each age. There's a file folder for each age in the bin, and I keep stuff, but I don't want to keep a ton, and I know I don't want her to go through what I went through, where my parents had boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff that I did over the school years, because they kept pretty much everything. I don't want my kids to have to go through that, because it's really hard once you are sentimental about it. So I'm just gonna go through and get rid of a bunch of this. It's actually my husband's drawings. He's a really good drawer. This I will keep. Celia did this at a farm camp, as well as this, and she may ask for them since that was only last week. But like this, they cut out magazine pictures. It was just a fun process thing to do, but we don't need to save it. These are some drawings from our family from Florida we want to keep because we don't see them very often. So they made this caterpillar, and we looked up caterpillar jokes, and she had me write them down. That's so cute. I'll give you that. Okay, I got it down to about 1/3 of this whole, maybe not, maybe like 1/4 of this whole bin. I'm gonna recycle all of this. Basically, I'm not gonna go put this in the bin. I plan to do this like once a year. Just at the start of the new school year, I'll move all this stuff and put it, like divide it out by each girl, put it in their bin, in the file folder for whatever age they were, and then start over for the new year. And it's so nice to do it for a whole year, because if it ever gets fuller than this, I know it's way too full for the full year, and so I need to be really, you know, I go through it a few times during the year, but it just, if I just keep putting it into the file folder, I'll end up keeping stuff that I don't really need to keep, and then it will get too big. So it's nice to have the whole year's worth in here, so that once a year I empty it out completely and put it in, and I can keep track of how full it's getting. I'm now trying to figure out what kind of stuff I want to keep in the drawers. I think for sure the leftover like camera supplies, like the tripods that I didn't want to keep in the drawer, I'll keep in one of these so it's easy to find. I'll keep one with headphones, and then maybe like cat supplies, and then we'll see from there. Instead of having my husband's and my supplements separate, since they're just like overflow supplements we're not taking daily, I'm just gonna put them into one bin because it doesn't make sense to have two. As ugly as this is, it really is functional. We just get this whole bin out every morning, get their vitamins. They take this fruit juice that the pouches are in here. I do their hair, so I'm just gonna leave that. I had these cotton balls in here for when I was using these for a reward system, but now I'm using these pom-poms, so I don't need to keep these in here. So these are gonna go up to the bathroom to be used as actual cotton balls. These extra tablets, and is this an iPhone? I don't even know. I'm gonna wait and talk to my husband and see if we need them. Otherwise, I will find a way to, you know, sell them or donate or whatever you do with these. And then as far as all the medicines, I think I'm gonna split them up into 2 different bins so it's easier to tell which is which. I had these leftover dish pans, like I was saying, dish bins that I used. The kids would like put their food that they had not finished and their napkins and stuff in these, but I don't use that anymore because I don't have a full daycare. So I just put all the kid medicine and like our neti pot and our otoscope and our nose Frida, and then I just keep this container full of all the syringes and stuff because you always need them and you end up never having them. So I keep that all in just a mug. And then over here's all the adult medicines plus like a rice bag for heating up. So that's easy to find. So those will go on the top. And then as far as this recipe binder and this cookbook, I actually keep cookbooks in the dining room, so I'm not even gonna keep them up here. I'm just gonna put them with the rest of our cookbooks. Okay, so here's the finished cabinet. I'm not gonna like fix the labels on everything, so I wanna try it out for a couple weeks, make sure this works for us before I label anything, but I just wanna show you guys where I put everything. So in these two bins, I've got headphones for the girls. My husband just keeps some money in there before he deposits it. Scissors, I may put some other like art supplies I don't want them to have access to. My daughter's camera and a speaker, cat stuff, and then this is all camera stuff. It's still kind of hard to open, but they're art supplies, candy, supplements, and hair stuff for the girls, our supplements, overflow, just piggy banks, and then the kids' medicine and our medicine. I'm really happy with how that turned out. I will just tackle this a different day because I only had a little bit of time. This took me about half an hour, maybe 40 minutes, but I just dare you and urge you to go find a small space, a cabinet, a drawer to go tackle in your home. It feels so good now to have those two often used areas now completely organized again, just spending $20, $30. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check back next week for another organizing and decluttering video, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.